Welcome, sinners and shredders, to the unholy tribunal of riffs and ridicule. I am the metal mistress, your guide through the graveyard of egos, where the amps are cranked, the eyeliner runs black, and the douchebags of metal strut like peacocks in leather pants. Here we peel back the corpse paint and expose the posers, the prima donnas, the self-proclaimed gods who mistake a backstage mirror for a cathedral. This is not a celebration, this is a reckoning. And if you thought your idols were untouchable, prepare to watch them burn in the spotlight of shame. This is the harsh reality. This is arrogance called to the carpet. This is metal's biggest douchebags. Douchebag number 5, Eddie Van Halen. In the late 1970s, Eddie Van Halen didn't just play guitar, he detonated it. His solo eruption was less a song than a declaration of war, a sonic middle finger to every guitarist who thought they had chops. Overnight, Eddie became a legend, but legends, as history shows, rarely play nice. For Eddie, brilliance was never enough. He had to control it, own it, and remind everyone who was boss. Van Halen's debut album catapulted the band into superstardom. David Lee Roth strutted as the flamboyant frontman, while Eddie shredded with godlike precision. To fans, it looked like a perfect marriage of charisma and skill. Behind the curtain, though, Eddie's perfectionism was already clashing with Roth's ego. Eddie wanted control of the sound, Roth wanted control of the spotlight. The tension was electric and destructive. As the band grew, Eddie's grip tightened. Van Halen wasn't a democracy, it was a monarchy, and Eddie was king. Singers were replaceable pawns in his empire. Roth was ousted. Sammy Hagar stepped in, only to find himself battling Eddie's relentless need to dominate. Gary Sharon barely survived a single album before being discarded. It isn't a band, it is the kingdom of Eddie. Eddie's Frankenstrat guitar became a symbol of his brilliance and his arrogance. He built it from scraps, rewiring tone itself, and in doing so mocked every guitarist who thought they could buy greatness off the shelf. His message was clear: you'll never sound like me, no matter what you play. Even when he released signature gear, it was more taunt than gift, a holy relic fans could own but never truly master. Eddie's words were as sharp as his riffs. He trashed former bandmates, dismissed rivals, and spoke with the kind of brutal honesty that left scorched earth behind him. Cigarette in hand, smirk on his face, Eddie didn't care who he offended. He was untouchable, and he knew it. The cost of Eddie's jerk energy was high. Band relationships crumbled, tours became battlegrounds, fans watched as Van Halen transformed from a powerhouse into a revolving door of drama. Yet through it all, Eddie's guitar remained untouchable, the very thing that kept the band alive even as egos tore it apart. Then there was his marriage. While it is not uncommon for rock gods to drink, use drugs, and sleep around, for Eddie, it was more complicated. His wife, Valerie Bertinelli, was a media darling, which just made his rock lifestyle seem that much worse. It's bad to cheat on your wife? Worse when she is a loyal, devoted media darling. Eddie's shadow didn't fade with his final encore. His influence still stalks rehearsal rooms and guitar shops, where young players chase his sound and older veterans grumble about his arrogance. The irony is that his jerk persona became part of the mythology, the cautionary tale and the inspiration rolled into one. Bands still fracture under the weight of egos, guitarists still obsess over tone like it's a holy relic, and fans still argue about which Van Halen era mattered most. In every case, Eddie's ghost is there, smirking, reminding the world that greatness and jerkdom are often inseparable in rock history. Despite his legacy, despite being the inspiration for the only PV amp your mistress will play, he is still metal's number 5 douchebag.